Presenting to you live from the Vine City Hotel and Suites Auditorium. It's the text-to-speech spelling B+. And now, the stars of the show, Swiss Master and Ryan.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the 14th episode of our text-to-speech spelling B+ series. I am proud to announce that I have finally changed my look for February, and this episode is going to be a little bit special.
Yes, and for this episode, we will be doing a Guess the Voice or language challenge. We won't have any special prizes or punishments, however. Now let's bring our contestants up.
Okay guys, so I have put your names and the options to each question up on the board, because today we are going to be playing a Guess the Voice challenge. Remember, there is no special punishment or reward for getting the answer correct or wrong. For this challenge, I will be playing a clip and there will be 4 voices to choose from. Anyways, we will now start the first clip, and Abby, you're the first person to start. So, for the first question, we are asking for the language. Are you ready?
Yes. I'm ready.
Okay then, here we go.
Zde zadejte, vložte a upravte text. Natural Readers je profesionální program pro převod textu na řeč, který převádí jakýkoliv psaný text na mluvená slova. Natural Reader podporuje více než 20 formátů dokumentů, včetně PDF, doc a docs, e-knih a dokonce i obrázků. Můžete se vrátit na stránku knihovny a přidat nové soubory.
Is it Czech?
Yep, you got it. Now it is Alfie's turn.
Alfie, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, so for this one, we are looking for the voice. Here comes the recording.
Tarjoamme ilmaisia ja maksullisia tilauksia sovelluksiimme vastaamaan eri käyttäjien tarpeita heidän budjetistaan riippuen. Plus-tilauksemme sisältää eksklusiivisia ominaisuuksia.
Stop. I know what the voice is. Miller.
That's correct. Amy, it's your turn.
We are asking for the language. I will play the clip now.
Окей.
Бясплатныя карыстальнікі могуць выкарыстоўваць прэміум галасы на працягу 20 хвілін у дзень і дадатковыя галасы на працягу 5 хвілін у дзень. Вы таксама можаце неабмежавана выкарыстоўваць усе даступныя бясплатныя галасы.
What is the name of that voice?
That voice is Nova from Natural Readers. By the way, Amy, do you want to use one of your lifelines now?
Yes. Can I use my 50-50 lifeline?
Sure thing. Now you have the option between Belarusian and Ukrainian. What is your final answer?
Belarusian?
Correct. Now it's on to Brian.
Brian, it's your turn. This time we are looking for the language. I will play the clip now.
Izu, nola lagundu dezaket, bikaina, arazorik ez, zure transakzioa osatu da, egun dona izan. Beste ezer idazten eta beste ahots bat ere aukeratu.
Well, it's definitely not Galician, that's for sure. But I wanna say Basque.
That is correct, Brian, and now we are going to move on to Connor.
For this question, we are asking for the language. The clip will play now.
Zdravo, kako vam mogu pomoći? Odlično, nema problema. Vaša transakcija je završena. Ugodan dan. Slobodno kucajte bilo šta drugo, pa čak i odaberite drugi glas.
Oh my, this seems hard since these 4 languages sound very similar. However, I am going to take a guess, and say that the answer is Croatian.
I'm sorry, Connor, but the correct answer unfortunately is not Croatian. The correct answer was actually A, Bosnian. Anyways, let's move on to Elliot, since it is his turn now.
So for Elliot's question, we are asking for the voice. For some of them, the voice choices may or may not all come in the same language. Anyways, the recording will now start.
안녕하세요. 어떻게 도와드릴까요? 좋습니다. 문제 없습니다. 거래가 완료되었습니다. 좋은 하루 보내세요. 자유롭게 다른 내용을 입력하고 다른 음성을 선택할 수도 있습니다.
I am going to go for gin.
Elliot, you have gotten the answer right. Now, before we move on to the next person, I just want to apologize for swapping Emma and Emily's positions. Well, the reason I did that is because my brain just had not thought about it earlier. And Emily was supposed to be before Emma, since the letter I comes before M. Anyways, we will now move on to Emma.
Okay. So Emma, we will be asking for the voice this time. A little hint, the language that this voice will be speaking is Tamil. Here we go.
ஹாய், நான் உங்களுக்கு எப்படி உதவ முடியும்? அருமை, பிரச்சனை இல்லை. உங்கள் பரிவர்த்தனை முடிந்தது. இந்த நாள் இனிதாகட்டும். வேறு எதையும் தட்டச்சு செய்ய தயங்க, மேலும் மற்றொரு குரலை தேர்வு செய்யவும்.
My answer is Vani, because she is the only option who is from Nuance.
I think I may have made that a bit too easy for you, Emma. So, let's go on to Emily.
So Emily, we are looking for the language. Your hint, the speaker is from India.
હાય, હું તમને કેવી રીતે મદદ કરી શકું? સરસ, કોઈ સમસ્યા નથી. તમારો વ્યવહાર પૂર્ણ થયો. તમારો દિવસ શુભ રહે. બીજું કની પણ લખવા માટે નિસંકોચ અને બીજો અવાજ પણ પસંદ કરો.
This will probably be my wildest guess ever, but I'm gonna say Gujarati.
That's correct. Alright, Ethan, you are the last one up for this half of the round. So, we will move on to you.
Ethan, for your question, you will have to guess the name and language of the voice. Are you ready?
Yes.
Alright then, I will now play the clip.
Salam, sizə necə kömək edə bilərəm? Əla, problem yoxdur. Əməliyyatınız tamamlandı. Günün uğurlu keçsin. Başqa bir şey yazmaqdan və hətta başqa səs seçməkdən çəkinin.
I'm gonna say that this is Emmett, and he is speaking Turkish.
Ethan, you unfortunately got neither the voice nor the language correct. The correct answer was that the voice speaking here was Babek, and he was speaking in Azerbaijani. Now then, let's bring the other 9 contestants on stage. The 9 of you that are currently on stage right now can go sit down.
45 seconds later.
Now that you guys are here, we can move on to some trivia questions. The rules are the same as I explained from the last 9 contestants. Holly, since you are the next one on the list, you are next.
True or false? WellSaid only has one available language.
I'm pretty sure it's true.
Good job, Holly. You got the answer correct. Now let's move on to Libby.
Libby, your question is, how many accents does WellSaid have?
Is it 6 accents?
Yes, that is correct. There are 6 accents in WellSaid: American, Australian, British, Irish, Mexican, and South African. However, if I asked the question to have the included variants of different accents, then there would have been 11, since there's 1 Scottish voice in the British section, and there are 5 other variants of American accents in the United States section. Anyways, we will move on to Macy, since it is her turn now.
Maisie, this is your question. How many of the new multilingual Azure voices are from China? Note, there are 14 multilingual voices in Azure, but me and Jenny are the originals, while the other 12 are new. So the alternate question is, how many of the 12 new multilingual Azure voices come from China?
Is the correct answer 4 voices?
That is indeed correct. The 4 Chinese voices that are multilingual on Microsoft Azure are Xiaochen, Xiaoxiao, Xiaoyu, and Yunyi. Anyways, we are now going to move on to Mia, since it is now her turn.
Mia, your question is going to be a multiple choice one. Which French-speaking country does Vivian come from? Is it A, Canada, B, Belgium, C, France, or D, Switzerland?
I'm going to go with A, Canada.
Sorry, Mia, but Canada is not the correct answer. The correct answer is actually C, France. Okay, now it is time for Neve to answer a question.
How many English-speaking Amazon Polly voices are there? Note that this does not include the ones featured on Echo devices.
I'm not sure exactly, but I believe that there's 22.
That's correct. Let's move on to Noah.
What is the name of the French male Siri voice?
Is it Pierre?
Nope. The correct answer is Daniel. I guess I wasn't clear about the accent of the Siri voice. Okay, let's just move on to Olivia.
How many WellSaid voices have a Mexican accent?
I believe that there's just 3.
3 is correct. Let's move on to Sonia.
Which accent on WellSaid has the fewest voices?
I believe it's Irish, since there are only 2 voices in that category.
That is correct. And last but not least, we have Thomas.
How many American voices does WellSaid have? For this one, you will be allowed to make an estimate, but of up to 4 voices, greater or less than the correct answer.
I'm going to take a guess and say 39.
39 is a good guess, but unfortunately, Thomas, 39 is not enough to make your answer correct. If you would have said any number that is as low as 40 or as high as 48, I still would have counted it as correct. However, the correct answer is 44.
Well guys, there you have it. This is the conclusion of the 14th episode.
And remember, the contestants whose names are in green indicate that they got the question correct, while the ones in red indicate that they got it wrong. Viewers, remember to vote for somebody to get eliminated next episode, or not participate next episode. And, as always, voting ends when I announce that voting is closed.